for other people. Okay. So welcome to Yin. Okay, so with this Yin practice, I'll have you start off in child's pose, like with many of the Yin practices. So you have a choice. First, I would say come onto tabletop pose, bring the big toes together, and then kind of decide if you want your knees wide or together. And I'm already noticing that my toes need to be tucked under right now. All right, and then place your palms onto the mat and slowly walk yourself down. And you can have your forehead rest onto the mat, or if you want, you can have a bolster. But you'll be here to drop into your breath. So take a nice full inhale in. Slow exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So with your next inhale, I want you to breathe in fully into your belly. Keep the inhale going as you expand the rib cage. And then try to start breathing in the top of the upper back too. And then as you exhale, try to reach the fingertips forward and the bum back towards the heels. And you have 10 cycles of breath to practice this. Two more breaths. And then place the palms underneath your shoulders and gently and carefully push yourself up. So now you are in your tabletop pose. And then tuck under the toes, pull the chest forward, look on up, giving yourself a nice cow. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin into chest, find your cat. And flow back and forth here. So as you inhale, find your cow. And exhale, find your cat, rooting your palms equally into the mat, pushing the mat away, spreading the scapulas. And then when you find your cow, maybe squeeze the scapula as close to the spine. Two more rounds. And then you'll meet in your tabletop pose. Okay. Take your left hand and place it underneath your face. Knees are planted equally. Reach your right palm up high to the sky. Fingers spread nice and wide. Keep the fingers activated. And then as you exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left. And then push up as you inhale. Reach the right hand high. Exhale, thread the right arm under. Inhale. And this time as you exhale, thread the right arm under, set the right side of the face down onto the mat. And then if you want, you can reach the left arm parallel to the left ear. Okay, so your arm is threaded under. Maybe the palm is up or maybe the palm is down, but play around here with the rotation of the head of the shoulder. And then find some stillness of where you feel the palm should be. And you can make some adjustments too. Okay, you are dropping into your deep cycles of breath. Once again, maintaining the deep inhale into the belly, the chest, and the upper back for 10 cycles of breath. Last big breath. Then place your left palm next to your face so you can push yourself up, de-thread your right arm, and place the right hand down onto the mat, tabletop pose. Take your full inhale. And as you exhale, bring the right hip and right shoulder together, giving yourself a C shape with the spine. Stay here, full cycle of breath. Inhale, come into center. And then exhale, left hip, left shoulder comes together. Another cycle of breath. And then inhale, come into center. Exhale, right hip, right shoulder come together. Come into center as you inhale. Left shoulder, left hip comes together. Exhale. And flow back and forth 3 more times. Last time. And then back into tabletop. Okay, this time you'll bring the right arm underneath your face, press the palm into the mat, reach the left arm up high to the sky, and as you exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, reach up as you inhale, left arm underneath the right, exhale, reach up. And this time, as you exhale, thread the right arm or the left arm totally underneath the right. Reach the right arm parallel to the right ear, place the palm down, and then you'll do the same thing. If your palm is up or down, kind of play around here. See what feels good in the shoulder. You have an opportunity to work with a little gravity or a little bit of compression in the shoulder. And then once you find your sweet spot, drop back in 10 deep cycles of breath. One more cycle of breath. And then place your right hand next to your face so you can push yourself up. De-thread your left arm and come back into your tabletop pose. Great. Okay, slowly and carefully bring yourself prone onto your mat. Okay. So the palms are underneath the mat. My foot's just going to rest on Mazzy. That's fine. All right. So palms are underneath the shoulders. I want you to just rock around from side to side on the hips so you feel the hip bones connect. And then maybe even tuck under the pelvis so you feel the pubic bone touch the mat, and then relax. Make sure you're not clenching the glutes. And then you're equal medial and laterally on the legs. As you inhale here, peel the chin and the chest up into your baby cobra. Pull the heart forward. One more breath. And then as you exhale, lower down. Next, I want you to take your arms out just a little bit and the fingertips up just a little bit, okay? So it's not, think like 4 inches and 4 inches-ish, okay? So the elbows are coming closer to the body. And then as you inhale, slowly push yourself up. Stay. Full inhale. And exhale, lower down. Great. Next, I want you to move the arms up a little bit more and out a little bit more. So now you're coming up more on fingertips. And then as you inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, coming up a little higher. Try to keep the shoulders coming down and away from the ears. One more breath. And lower down. All right, bring it in, back to where you were. All right, as you inhale, push yourself up. Exhale, lower. Okay. And then the palms are underneath the shoulders. Inhale, push yourself up. So now you're back into your low cobra. One more breath. And then lower. Great. This time I want you to bring the shoulders or the elbows underneath the shoulders. Now press the forearms totally into the mat. Hands are pressed into the mat. And then as you inhale, push yourself up, coming into your Sphinx pose. And this is where you'll drop in for 5 deep cycles of breath. Okay, so you've played around a little bit with the compression in the low back. And now you can, still work with that, but now focus on pulling the heart forward. Three more breaths. One more breath. And then lower down. Okay. Next, I want you to bring the right arm out to a T. And then you can bend the left elbow. So the left arm is coming in front of you. But then bring the left knee to the hip height. And then turn the left toe out. So you're coming into a half frog pose. Yeah, I think you can see that okay. Okay. And then your right arm is out to a T, and then bend the right elbow so you're making a goalpost. And if you want, you can turn the gaze so you're looking towards the right. And then you drop back into your deep cycles of breath, taking a nice full inhale in. And exhale. Three more breaths. Last breath. And then slowly and carefully bring the right hand in, bring the left leg long, but bend the left knee so the left foot is coming up towards the sky. And then reach back with the left hand for the left foot. Okay, so, and if you can't reach back, use a strap. So you want to gauge here too, like where you feel good in the low back. If you're feeling like you're really tweaking, you might want to move the right elbow out a little bit to lower yourself down, or you can play around with coming up a little higher, okay? So play around here. And then as you inhale, push the right foot into, nope, sorry, that's wrong. The left foot into the left hand. And as you exhale, bring the left heel into the glute. And you'll bend the left elbow as you go. So inhale, bring the left leg into the left foot into the left hand. Exhale, left heel into the glute. Inhale. And exhale, and you'll go just a few more times at the pace of your breath. And then on your next exhale, bring the left heel into the left glute and you'll stay. And you drop into your deep cycles of breath. Two more breaths. Last breath. And then slowly release. Zip the legs together, heels touch, stack palms on top of each other, and then rest the forehead onto the hands. And drop into your deep cycles of breath. Great. All right, bring the legs long. This time you'll bring the left arm out to a T. And then bring your right knee up to hip height and turn out the right toes, coming into your half frog pose. And then the right hand can be used as a pillow for the forehead, and then bend the left elbow. And if you want, you can look over towards the left side of your mat and drop into your deep cycles of breath. You have 10 breaths here. Two more breaths. And then bring your right leg long behind you, bend the right knee, keep the right foot up. Switch the arms. So the left arm comes in front, and then reach back with the right for the right foot. Okay, you find your movement, and then as you inhale, push the right foot into the right hand. And as you exhale, right heel comes into the right glute. Inhale, give yourself some length. Exhale, right heel comes into the right glute. One more time. And then this time, hold the right heel towards the right glute. So it should be nice and gentle. You should feel a gentle stretch in the front of your right thigh. Three more breaths. And then take your full inhale, and as you exhale, slowly release, zipping the legs together, heels touch, stacking palms on top of each other for your crocodile pose. Two more breaths. And then bring the tops of the feet back onto the mat. Palms come underneath the shoulders. Push yourself up into a tabletop pose. And then from your tabletop, tuck under toes, find your downward dog. Okay. So with your down dog, bring the feet as wide as the mat. Plant your palms under, in line with the shoulder. Slide the scapulas back. And drop in for 5 cycles of breath here. Pushing the mat away with each inhale, keeping the tailbone up towards the sky, and then anchoring as you exhale. Two more breaths. Last breath. And then walk your feet in line with your hips. So it's not a wide stance downward dog. Okay. Plant your left foot down. Reach the right leg high. 3-legged downward dog. Take your full inhale. And as you exhale, bend and stack the hips on top of each other. Spread the toes nice and wide. Full breath. All right, inhale, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, stack hips. Inhale, 3-legged downward dog. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips. Inhale, 3-legged downward dog. This time as you exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So now you're in this wide lunge. Okay, and then plant your left heel down as if it was warrior one. And the right knee stays bent. Okay, plant your feet, plant the left palm, and then reach the right arm up high to the sky, giving yourself this twist. And then as you exhale, thread the right arm through the outside of the right leg. So it's like you're hugging your right leg. Inhale, reach the right arm up high. Maybe open up a little wider. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the right leg from the outside or the lateral side. Inhale, reach the right arm up, open up, twist open. One more time, thread the right arm underneath the right leg from the outside. Beautiful. This time, reach the right arm up and see if you can spiral the sternum open just a little bit more. Stay for a full cycle of breath. And then bring the right hand back to the inside of the right foot. And then carefully and slowly straighten your right leg. Okay, so you're reaching the right hip back and pushing out through the outside of the left foot. So now you're in this wide-gated pyramid pose. And you drop in 10 full cycles of breath. You're about halfway there, so play around with bringing the right hip back just a little deeper and pressing out through the lateral side of the left leg. Two more breaths. And then slowly and carefully bend back into your right leg. Spin the left heel up and then drop your left knee down. Great. Heel toe your right foot over towards the left hand. So you can bring yourself into a swan pose. So once you get here, I want you to tuck under the left toes and shift the left knee where you need to be. Palms stay underneath the shoulders. Make any adjustments you need. Come up nice and tall, full inhale. And then walk forward, coming into your sleeping swan. Once again, 10 full deep cycles of breath. And you're returning back to this prone position. So I want you to drop back into the inhale. Inhale into the belly, the chest, and the upper back. And then exhale, ground down. So here we go. One more big breath. And then slowly and carefully bring yourself up. Just place the palms underneath the shoulders, coming up nice and tall, taking a deep cycle of breath. And then tuck your left toes under. Send your right foot back up high to the sky, three-legged downward dog. And if you want, you can open up the right hip. And then place the left foot back down onto your mat, downward dog. Take 3 big breaths here. Beautiful. Start rooting down on the right foot and guide the left leg up high to the sky. Bend your right or left knee, stacking left hip on top of right. Toes spread nice and wide. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, stack the hips. 3-legged downward dog. Stack the hips. 3-legged downward dog. And this time, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Keep the left knee bent as you root your right foot down. Okay, the right palm stays planted here. And then reach the left arm up high to the sky. And then as you exhale, thread the left arm underneath the left leg from the outside. Reach up as you inhale. Spiral the sternum open best as can be. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the left leg. Inhale, reach the left arm up high. Exhale. All right. This last time, reach the left arm up, and then you can stay for a couple cycles of breath just playing around with the rotation of your spine. One more breath. And then as you exhale, place the left hand to the inside of the left leg, and then slowly start straightening your left leg, guiding the left hip, the top of the left hip in or back, and then push out through the outside portion of your right leg, and then drop in 10 deep cycles of breath. Four more breaths. Last breath. And then slowly bend back into your left knee as you bring the right heel up. And then drop the right knee down and then guide the left foot over towards the right hand. Finding your swan pose. Palms are underneath the shoulders, tuck under the right toes, bring the right knee where it feels best for you. Yeah. And then come up nice and tall, take your full inhale. And as you exhale, fold forward. Sleeping swan pose, dropping into your deep cycles of breath. 3 more breaths. All right. Slowly and carefully bring yourself up. Palms are underneath the shoulders. You stay for a full cycle of breath. And then tuck under the right toes, lift the right knee so you can guide the left foot back, 3-legged downward dog. And then downward dog, 3 breaths. And then slowly walk your feet to the back of your hands, finding your forward fold. Making peace fingers come in between the big toe and the second toe, and place the big toe onto your fingers. And then as you inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the torso. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway. Bend the knees. Halfway. And then bend the knees. Release the grip. And then heel toe the feet out. A little bit wider than hips distance, maybe as wide as the mat. And then drop the bum. Bring the hands into heart center, coming into your goddess squat or garland pose. Okay, so from here, you feel the feet press completely into the mat. You don't favor the inside or the outside of the foot. Bring the hands into heart center. Try to bring the spine as straight as can be without crunching in. So you could also place the hands onto the mat too. And you're here for 5 big breaths. Last breath. And then just gently set your bum down. Bring the big toe or the feet flat, knees come together. Hug the knees into the chest. Place the hands behind you, and then windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Then bring the feet flat, knees up. Hug the knees in. Okay, so from here, place the left leg down, the left shin down, and stack the right leg on top. So you have this nice fire log pose. Inhale, bring the arms out to a T. Reach the arms up high as can be. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up. And then as you exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height, round the chin into the chest, and press the palms forward, feeling the scapulas pull away. And try to root your sit bones deeper into the mat. 2 more breaths. And then as you inhale, sweep the palms back up to the sky. And then bring the right hand to the left scapula and then left hand on top of the right elbow. So you have this nice tricep stretch. Okay, so from here, it's really easy to collapse forward. I want you to keep your straight spine. And slowly feel the right palm touch the left shoulder somewhere. And use your left hand to pull gently. It might not even move, but feel the pull of the right elbow towards the head. And you drop into 3 deep cycles of breath. Last breath. All right, as you inhale, unwind your arms, bring them out to a T. And then drop the hands down as you exhale. Great. Switch the cross of your legs. So the right leg comes down, the left leg's on top. Come up nice and tall. Inhale, bring the arms out to a T. Reach the arms up overhead, interlace the fingers and press the palms up. All right, full inhale, bring the palms up a little higher as the scapula stay down, and then as you exhale, bring the palms forward, stopping at shoulder height. Press the palms away as you tuck the chin into chest. Staying here, 3 deep cycles of breath. All right, next inhale, bring your palms back up, nice straight spine. This time release, left hand to the back of the right shoulder, right hand to the top of the left elbow. Give yourself length first, find your length, and then gently guide the left elbow towards the head. And you're here for 3 deep cycles of breath. One more breath. And then as you inhale, arms come out to a T, stretching wide as can be. Exhale, palms connect back to the earth. All right, bring both feet flat onto the mat. Tuck the chin into chest and slowly lower down, 1 vertebra at a time. Keeping the feet flat and the knees up. All right, heel toe the feet about hips or the mat width the distance. Keep the knees up high. Arms come out to a T. Take a full inhale. And as you exhale, drop the knees off to the right side. Drop into your deep cycles of breath. All right, as you inhale, slowly come back into center, stay. Arms come back to a T. And then exhale, allow the knees to fall over towards the left side. And drop back into your deep cycles of breath. Two more breaths. And then as you inhale, slowly come back into center. Feet are still wide. Awesome. Hug the knees now into your chest and keep the legs wide. And then take a hold of the bottoms of the feet coming into your happy baby pose. Okay, so as you inhale, I want you to straighten one leg. Exhale, bring it into center. Inhale, straighten the opposite leg. Exhale, come back into center. And go back and forth now at the pace of your breath. And each time, maybe explore with taking the right leg out a little bit and in, and then the left leg out a little bit and then in. And then find some stillness in your happy baby. Hug your knees into your chest. And then slowly extend one leg long, followed by the other. Reach the arms up overhead. Give yourself a full body stretch before you bring the arms down to the side, finding some stillness. Take a nice full inhale in. And exhale. Knowing that you are in your Shavasana, I am minding the time and I will call you back. right, take a nice full inhale in. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This time, as you inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Give yourself a full body stretch. And then come over onto your right side as you exhale. And then press the left palm into the mat as you slowly and carefully push yourself up, coming into a seated pose. Sitting up nice and tall. Dropping into a deep cycle of breath again. Reach your arms up overhead. Bring your hands together in prayer and then down into heart center with a soft bow. I honor this place inside of me in which the entire universe dwells. It is a place of truth. It is a place of authenticity, and it is a place of radical love. And when I am in this place in me, and you are in this place in you, together we are one. Namaste.